start with the news that's come out today, mate, about the new deal. And when you came up here, there was obviously reasons for coming up here, but I mean, the way it's gone, it would have made it pretty easy to commit for a few more years.
Yeah, I've obviously been really lucky to be given the opportunity in the first place, and then to be re-signing. I'm obviously stoked. I've really enjoyed my time up here. The club's been great in supporting me to get my body going, and yeah, so just really enjoying it and really thankful that I can be here for another few years.
How did the process go? Quick offer, quick acceptance, or?
Yeah, pretty quick. Yeah, they always take a bit of working through, but yeah, it was all pretty smooth. So.
I mean, when you did come up here, you had the sort of injury-plagued couple of seasons. You've been pretty consistent since you've been up here. How big is the medical stuff here that's spoken about so often in getting you on the field more consistently?
Yeah, it's obviously massive, and I don't want to take any credit away from those guys, but at the same time, I really needed a change of scenery. I was getting pretty bogged down where I was, and you know, they've been fantastic, but I don't want to credit these guys too much that it seems like I'm discrediting where I've come from as well. So sometimes things just don't work out, but yeah, I'm really grateful for the support I've received from our medicos, our fitness guys, and the club in general. So I'm really lucky and thankful.
So what does a change of scene do? Are you talking mentally?
Yeah, mentally I was starting to struggle. I've spoken about this a fair bit. I don't want to talk about it too much, but yeah, obviously when things aren't working, you've probably got to change something up. And I was lucky to be given an opportunity for change, and really enjoying it. We've got a great young, energetic group here. Obviously, it's been really enjoyable to be part of a club that's shot up the ladder from where they were in 2017, 2018 to obviously now we're pushing to be up the top end, I guess. So that's been really fun, and it's easy to come to work today with a group of really young, energetic blokes.
Coincides with your arrival.
Sorry?
That coincides with your arrival.
Yeah, there was a few of us as well that arrived, but yeah, obviously sometimes there's guys that were here, you know, prior to us that had only been here a couple of years, and those guys have really driven the group to get better as well. So yeah, like I said, it's been really enjoyable to be part of, and we think we've got a lot of improvement in this year.
I guess 3 more years, the job's far from done though. You talk about that success that you've had, you've still got other goals to tick off, don't you?
Yeah, well, not so much individually. I just think as a team, to be honest, we try and come in and get better every day, and hopefully that sets up a platform that we can be here at the pointy end of the year, and you know, if you can get to the pointy end of the year, then anything can happen. So as long as we've got the mindset of, as a group, getting better and challenging each other to be better, I think that's going to give us you know, a good foundation to be anywhere at the end of the year.
Linky, how important is it now to get that momentum going at this end of the year? You've hit a bit of a submerged log, but... Yeah,
we have. But at the same time, you know, we've put in a strong body of work over the last 10 weeks. So you're probably always going to get a lull here and there, and we're probably grateful that it's come now and not, you know, in 6-7 weeks' time, or I don't know how many weeks left, 5 weeks' time. So I guess it allows us to sharpen up a little bit more and make sure we're doing everything that, you know, creates a good side. So yeah, we'd love to obviously win this week, but we're going to just, you know, stick to what we're doing, and it's not panic stations, that's for sure.
And how important though is it to roll momentum into playoffs?
Yeah, it definitely is. Yeah, and we want to start winning sooner than later, that's for sure. So obviously you want to hit the back end of the year with as much confidence and trust in your game plan.
Can you pinpoint what you might have missed in the last 2 games?
I think on the weekend we made some poor decisions. I think there was a lot of us. You know, I made a few poor decisions as well, but as a group we were just a little bit off in that regard. Richmond bring a lot of pressure that force you into making decisions maybe you might not have made in previous weeks, but we lost the week before as well. So I think against the Saints, you know, they were very good. So we can't take any credit away from the Saints either. So I reckon if you're not quite on, any side can beat you, and that's what the comp's shown this year.
Huey said before that you guys don't even talk about the opposition, but it is a little bit weird that you're supposed to be flying to Melbourne and playing Hawthorn, and now you're going down the road to the Gold Coast and playing the Suns. Does that affect anything in the way the week goes?
Well, only from a logistics perspective, we don't have to go anywhere, so that's a positive for us because we've been sort of jumping around everywhere the last month. But you know, we've still got the same prep as we would, you know, if we were going to go to Hawks. You know, we know our preparation and we know our scheduling and we know it works. Luckily for us, we've got a bit more notice this week. We're in Brisbane, we're playing at the Gabba, and we're versus Gold Coast, and we've got a full week to prepare. So there's certainly no excuses come game day.
What are you expecting from the Suns? About a month ago, there was a lot of heat on Gold Coast, and the last couple of weeks they've got a couple of wins and they had some good performances. So, what Suns team are you expecting out there?
Well, we're expecting their best, that's for sure, and that's what we're going to be preparing for. They've got a lot of in-form players at the moment. They're working really well as a team. They're putting great pressure on sides, and that's putting some wins on the board for them. So we're not going to be expecting any less than that. So we're excited for the challenge.
Top four's wide open now too, isn't it? There's a few in that hunt.
Yeah, it is. Different results.
Yeah. Obviously, that's definitely something we're pushing for. But you're right. It's quite open at the minute. So we can't really worry about that at the moment. We have to worry about this week's game, and if we keep staying in the present, and hopefully we can get more wins and losses and put ourselves in a good spot.
We had Damon come in and say, Lockie's all good. You're obviously really close with him. It's been a tough year. Like he plays on the weekend, which he's expected to, but it's been a really tough year for him with setbacks and that sort of stuff. He's such a resilient footballer. Are you expecting that he can get a bit more consistency at the end of the year with his body as a good friend?
Yeah, I think so. Like he's back on the park for us now. He has gone through a few solid injuries this year, but I thought he was back to close to his best on the weekend, and that should I think that should set up the back end of his year pretty well. Like you said, he's a very resilient footballer, but he's a resilient bloke as well. So we know he's going to bounce back.